Okay, the next 6 problems are just a review of how to solve basic inequality expressions, or basic inequality equations. So you're going to set them up and solve just as if it was a regular equation, but the only difference is our inequality sign here. So we just draw the line like we normally do, and then we want to get the 7 to the other side. So we're adding 7 to both sides. That goes away. We're left with 3x is greater than 9. Don't forget to bring down your inequality sign. Don't use the equals. Then just like in an equation, we're going to divide both sides by 3. So x is greater than 3. And that's your answer for that one. So that one was pretty simple. Some of the ones that we'll be doing next just add a few other things, but you're going to have the same basic idea. So this next one, same 2-step equation, we'll just see what happens when you have a negative. Hopefully you've remembered from the video before. So we're going to start by subtracting 3 from both sides because we have a positive 3. So that cancels out, and we have negative 5w. Make sure to bring down the 5w and the negative is less than 20. You're then going to divide both sides by negative 5, just like normal. Now, w is this part, and now remember, when you divide by a negative, your sign switches. That happens when you divide or multiply by a negative. So we have w is greater than negative 4, because 20 divided by negative 5 is negative 4. So we divided both sides by negative 5, and that's why this inequality sign switched directions, and so now it's going the other direction. So now w is greater than negative 4. All right. Next one. We have distributive property for this one. This is a little bit of what we did in class yesterday as well if you got to the simplifying expressions. So these little arrows are just going to remind me to multiply that negative 3 to both things in the parentheses. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, and then bring down the y. So we have negative 6y. Negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. So I'm just going to write minus 21, which is going to be greater than negative 15. Now we can solve like we normally do with the line. So I'm going to add 21 to both sides. And I'm left with negative 6y is less than or equal to. Now this is going to be a review of adding and subtracting integers. If we have signs that are different, we have a negative 15 and a positive 21. Same signs, add and keep, different signs, subtract. So these signs are different, so we're going to subtract. Well, 21 minus 15 is 6. And then take the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So we keep it as a 6, because the 21 is the bigger number. So then divide both sides by negative 6. So we're left with y. And again, we divided by a negative, so we got to flip that sign. Is greater than or equal to negative 1. So y is greater than or equal to negative 1. So this was just a review of integer properties. So negative 15 plus 21 is 6. Divide both sides by negative 6. We get y is greater than negative 1. All right, next one. We have negative 4c plus 14 minus 3c minus 3 is greater than or equal to 18. So what we're going to do then is combine our like terms. Just this is exactly what we were doing yesterday. So let's identify our like terms. We have a negative 4c and a minus 3c, or negative 3c. Then we have a positive 14 and a minus or negative 3. So we'll combine these two terms first. So negative 4c plus negative 3c is negative 7c. Then we have 14 minus 3, which is just 11, positive 11. And that is all going to be greater than or equal to 18. Now we can just solve like a normal 2-step inequality. So subtract 11 from both sides. Get negative 7c is greater than or equal to 7. Again, divide both sides by -7. Remember what happens to our inequality sign? We're dividing by a negative. It flips. We have C is less than or equal to -1. Now these next two are just like the ones we've been doing, and I'll give you a hint that number 6 will be a fraction, but I think you guys can do these two on your own. Use these examples to help you with them.